After 12 games, Liverpool already have an 8-point lead at the top of the Premier League, without mentioning the 9-point advantage over champions Man City. But how does the Reds' strong start to the league relate to other previous title winners, or even what's the significance of an 8-point lead in November? In winning 11 of the first 12 games, dropping just 2 points so far, the Reds have equalled the best return of points at this stage of any Premier League season. Only two sides have previously reached 34 points in such a short space of time, both being Man City. First in 2011-12 as they won their first Premier League title under Roberto Mancini, before repeating the feat in 2017-18 as Pep Guardiola took them to 100 points. Only 5 teams in Premier League history prior to Jurgen Klopp's Reds have held a lead of 5 or more points at this stage of a Premier League season as well. In fact, only one team have had a bigger lead. That side were Manchester United. Back in 93-94, fresh off winning their first title since 1967 under Sir Alex Ferguson, United came flying out the traps, winning 10 of their first 12 games of their title defence to give them an astonishing 9-point lead over then second-place Norwich City. Yes, that's right, Norwich were second in the Premier League. In a then 42-game season, United, with the benefit of their fast start, would finish 8 points ahead of Blackburn Rovers, while Norwich City finished in a lowly 12th place. The only other side to have held an 8-point lead after 12 games have already been referenced. Pep Guardiola's Centurions in 2017-18 would end up with a record 100 points and were in the same position Jurgen Klopp's Reds now sit, having ironically seen off City 3-1 at Anfield. Well, City dropped just 14 points through that campaign on their way to strolling to their third Premier League title with a massive 19-point gap back to Jose Mourinho's Manchester United, and Mr. Mourinho is next on our list. His Chelsea side of 2014-15 themselves holding a 6-point lead at this stage of the season. Inspired by Eden Hazard, Diego Costa and Cesc Fabregas, Mourinho in his second season back at Stamford Bridge led the Blues to their first title since 2010, amassing 87 points on their way to an eventual 8-point winning margin over Man City. And City once more take our focus, and it was their first Premier League winning season of 2011-12. Who can forget the Aguero moment as they beat QPR to deny Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United a 20th league title? Well, after 12 games back in the autumn of 2011, they held a 5-point lead over Manchester United, having also won 34 points, just like Jurgen Klopp's modern-day Reds. Whilst Mancini's men did get the job done in the end, this is one of a cautionary tale for Liverpool. After flying out the blocks to record a then fastest Premier League start, a run of just one win in 5 games around Easter in the Premier League appeared to open the door wide open for United to make it back-to-back title wins. City may have left it late as they possibly could, but they won their final 6 games to take the title on goal difference. Well, if that's an example of how fine the margins can be in the title race, our final example is a warning sign, the pin-up of Premier League frontrunners combusting and running out of gas. Newcastle United, under ex-Liverpool forward Kevin Keegan back in 1995, a side dubbed the Entertainers, were 5 points clear after 12 games, after winning 10 of those. By January, that lead had been extended to 12 points. They looked certainties for the title, only for the wheels to fall off and Manchester United, who'd been denied by Blackburn the year before, coming back to win the league by 4 points and had overtaken Newcastle by mid-March. Well, while 4 of the 5 teams to have had at least a 5-point lead at the top of the Premier League after 12 games have won league titles, the example of Newcastle United hunting their first Premier League title proves nothing can be taken for granted. Klopp's mentality giants have created a lead that's only been bettered once by this stage of a Premier League season, but now it remains to be seen if he's the man to end the wait for Liverpool's elusive Premier League title.